So, it's August 31st. I haven't updated this vlog thing in like 2 weeks, and I want to get more into it. So, we're going to jump right in because Nintendo came out with a bunch of new shit today that is kind of interesting because it's basically the rest of the Switch for the year, which is mostly indie titles. That's okay. They've already announced, Mario Odyssey and things like that. But showing off kind of early next year stuff, and as I scroll looking through it right now, God, it's mostly positive. Like, most of this shit looks really, really fun, including some sequels to games I absolutely adore. So let's run down the list. We've got a Super Meat Boy sequel called Super Meat Boy Forever that involves Dr. Fetus kidnapping our kid this time. We have Polybridge, which seems more like a PC game to me, honestly. Physics games just kind of flow into that, I feel like that's where they belong. But I can't wait to see some of the shit that people are going to come up with in that game, if the game allows them to be open enough with it. Like, there's a lot less boundaries than, you have to get this here and this here. And you kind of have like a creative mode. That game could be kind of fun to fucking watch. SteamWorld Dig 2 is a sequel to a game I absolutely love, and I don't talk about it all to even my friends. Because it was just kind of like that thing I had for myself. The sequel's coming out, it looks great. I guess I lose that exclusivity to it. If you never played the first one, it's usually pretty cheap and usually available like on everything. So check out SteamWorld Dig. It's a really, really fun, kind of almost build your own level platformer. It's hard to explain. It's been a long time since I played it too. Battle Chef Brigade was interesting. I have kind of faith in it, mostly because it's being made by Adult Swim Games. And I haven't really played a bad Adult Swim game, which I think I started playing them all the way back when they did, like, Bible Fight. And, it looks super, super fun. God, I have all these interruptions. I have a choo-choo in the background. Hooray for me. Morphe's Law looks kind of silly. And it's one of those things where I feel like I would, I'd play it once or twice, but then I would almost never touch it again. Same thing with Sausage Sport Club. Like, I need to be in the right group of friends for that one to ever go anywhere. Nine Parchments looks kind of neat, though I feel there's another game, I can't think of what it's called right now, on Steam that it absolutely reminds me of, especially if you're going to be able to mix and match the spells. It's just a complete rip-off of that, maybe with some more interesting artwork, because I was not a big fan of the Steam game's artwork, like, at all. Dandara, I think is how you say it. It looks interesting. It looks like there's going to be a huge learning curve to that game. And as fun as it is to be a train driver going through town at 1 a.m., waking everyone up by pulling on your horn non-stop. Thank you. But yeah, it looks like there's going to be a huge learning curve for that game. Okay. What Nine Parchment looks like to me is kind of like Magicka. I knew I was going to kick myself in the ass for not realizing what the fucking name was. So I was like, it's like Magic something. But alright, yeah, there's that. Dondra. Dimension Drive looks surprisingly good for something they didn't talk about at all during the main show. Which is a shmup that has like a split screen And at one point you're in the left side in this dimension, and you can transfer over into the right dimension and back and forth. And it kind of reminds me maybe of like a spiritual successor to Ikaruga, and where you had a ship that changed colors from white to black, and depending on what color pellets were and ships you were dealing with, you could absorb white bullets when you were a white ship, and I think you did less damage to white ships when you were a white ship, so you'd have to be transformed over to black to be able to do damage to them, but you put yourself at risk there, and it has this really interesting risk-reward system. Ikaruga is fantastic, and it's still something I need to add to my collection. Hint, hint, for people looking at a Christmas gift. And then there was a couple of RPGs, and as I'm looking through, I don't see them, but the one I remember, because it's so goddamn silly, and I love the idea, is that they're coming out with a golf RPG in which you collect like different clubs and go through different courses and stuff. And I know this sounds stupid, but this game looks so goddamn cute and charming, and I'm a sucker for these kind of things. I don't know. It looks super fun to me. And then the big thing that they showed off was No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Again. And I think I've talked to everyone about No More Heroes at one point or another. Like, it's, it is the hidden gem of the Wii. That game costs like $8. And the sequel's probably the same, even though the sequel's just not nearly as good. But you play basically the nerdiest assassin in the world. Guy's name is Travis Touchdown. He's based on Johnny Knoxville. Runs around with a fucking lightsaber. Kicks the hell out of people. Suplexes the shit out of them. And then goes home and does creepy stuff with anime. But besides that, it's just... Travis Touchdown was just one of those characters that hit me at the right time and in the right way, and No More Heroes, as I said, is just this fantastic little piece of work. If you've never touched them, it gives you, honestly, a reason to ever pick up a Wii again. But out of all the good stuff that, Nintendo has done, we have found out some very not good things recently. Let's see, where do we start? How about we start with the fact that, the Switch, this cute little device here, we were told was not like capable of doing like online voice chat through its speakers and whatnot. And for the longest time I considered it just Nintendo's like, we could save 50 cents a system if we just cut out voice chat. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. And it just pissed me off. And they were all about this app you can use on your phone, and you can talk to the thing and it'll be a better experience. Well, fuck that. They lied. Recently I discovered that in Splatoon 2, if you want, you can actually talk right through your fucking Switch on a headset. Here's the deal though, it's only through local multiplayer. If you're all set up to the same router, howdy do, guess what? You can have fucking connectivity right through the goddamn system. If not, you have to use this fucking terrible app that as soon as you get like a fucking message, it shuts the app and you get disconnected. And I don't know if Nintendo planned on... I don't know what their thought process behind this is. It's capable, they just... I mean... I had ideas earlier about what it could be. Is either A, they want to be able to keep the online stability at like an E rating without talking and everything, so this is the stupid way they handled that. Or B, they looked at it as it's not going to be perfect yet, we can release updates for it on the sly, and then eventually we can just say, well, we've heard all your concerns, and we finally, you know, through a firmware update, have added the ability to chat with your friends right through the system. And it's bullshit. It was a straight up lie. And honestly, it's one of those things that just... it's more disappointing than anything. Nintendo, I shouldn't have to look at you like you won't eat the peas off of your plate and you just, you know, spoon them onto the floor to the dog. Like, you're a goddamn adult. Just like, we don't want to have it. Just say it. And there was one other bad thing I was recently on about. And it wasn't a video game or anything. Oh, for those who really enjoyed the Miiverse, in the Miiverse, for those who, you know, didn't use it, did have some, like, rather entertaining little things here and there. Miiverse is going bye-bye. It's, like, quick, too, because, I mean, I don't know, the Wii U was not a big seller to begin with, so I don't think Nintendo just really cares. But, yeah, if you're a fan of that, save those posts that you like, because they ain't gonna be around much longer. Oh well, on that note, I think we're going to leave off with, I think at the end of every time I do one of these, I'm going to plug some decent music, in my opinion. So tonight, I'm thinking I'm going to plug Kefka's theme. And, like, this is, like, really standard, good music, I mean, from video games. I'm going to plug Kefka's theme. I've been playing Chrono Trigger. And I know I could say Frog's theme. I can say any fucking bit of music from Chrono Trigger. But for some reason, all I have in my head right now is Kefka's theme from Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy III in America. And, yeah, it's really good. And if you want something a little newer sounding, I'll throw out Holy Orders, which is Kai Kisk's theme from the Guilty Gear series. And there's two versions of it. There's the super badass piano opening one from the Double X series on the PlayStation 2. And then there's the super cool violin opening one from, what was it? Xrd series. And, God, they're both really good. They're both worth a listen. But I think that's it for tonight, guys. So, as I said, I'm going to try and update this more. I want to try at least get it twice a week. If it becomes a little bit of a diary thing and some of you are not interested in that, you know, sorry, but this is like a therapeutic thing for me in the long run, and a news update thing for some. If you guys get bored, hit me up on Twitch. At least 2 to 3 times a week I'll be, right now we're running Chrono Trigger, and we're running Super Mario 64, and I might go back to Xenoblade Chronicles at some point, but it just wasn't drawing in people, so that's kind of a toss-up. Either way, I will see you guys next time.